So our next box is this little easel card with a set of drawers underneath it. And you've got two that open out on the front and then two that open out on the side. This is actually, it looks quite complex, but it's actually really simple. And then of course these pattern panels are part of that, those 30 that you get, that you can put any panel on any box. So this is the net. Now let me have a look what we've got under here as well. So this is the drawer box frame. Move that one out. Oh, they're all stuck. Look, they're all stuck underneath. This is me being organised and putting glue on everything. Right, so let's start with this first of all. So we need a shelf for the drawer to go in, and this is the shelf net. So you've got your side, your base, your back, your top and your side, and I'll make sure that these are all photographed for you as well. Then you've got your drawer net. So this is what's going to create the actual drawer itself. And then you have a drawer strengthener as well that doesn't have any corners, that just slots inside, okay? And then you have your easel card and the little card that goes on top. And then we'll look at the easel drawer box, all right, as we go through. So let's start with the drawer first of all. So I've got tape on my corners, and I'm going to just go ahead and take this off, and I am going to do it one at a time because I know what I'm like, and I always want to rush and do it more than one at a time. Now I can see my red liner tape there is just spread a little bit, so just break that glue. Then I'm going to take this one off, and they're just little triangles that are just going to fold round and create the corners of your drawer, okay? So super simple. Nothing's difficult when you break it down into little bits. It's when you look at it as a whole thing that it looks a bit overwhelming, but that's what we're here to do, is to help break it down into bite-sized chunks. It was funny, I was talking to a lady the other day, and she'd watched me on air and she said, "Oh, you say that you don't do technology, but you sound like you know what you're talking about." I said, "You know what? I just learn what I need to learn to do the thing that I want to do." It's that kind of thing. I don't learn everything about everything. I just learn the bit that I need to do what I need to do. So now you can see you've got your little drawer there, and then your drawer strengthener will sit inside and just push down. Look at that for a perfect fit. Okay, so you've now got a really firm little drawer there. Okay, and it's worth putting the strengthener in because it helps to keep it square. So that's that bit. So now we need the shelf for the drawers to go into. So we're going to do the same thing again, and we're going to glue this in place. So let's start by doing the corner here. So that corner is going to go into there, like so. And this corner is going to go into here. Come on. Like that. Tuck that in, so your corners are going into the back of your box, like so. And it's important that you get these straight, because otherwise it won't all fold together. Then that side is going to go in to there, like that. And then this side, oop, get off. There we go, kitchen roll to the rescue. If you're wondering what I'm talking about, there's a lady emailed in once to a show and said, if you have a piece of kitchen roll at the side of you and you put the waste from your red liner tape on it, it just stops the static. So if you're wondering why I've got a piece of kitchen roll, that's why. Right, so now I'm making sure that this corner is nice and tight, and then that's our shelf. So you're going to make 4 of those, and you're going to make 4 of those, and they slide in perfectly. Okay, like that. Easy. Okay, fabulous. Right, so we'll put that to one side, and now we'll make the actual box part itself. So let's move the shelf net out of the way. I'm going to call it a guide rather than a net. I think it makes more sense. So what we have now is we have a top, a box frame and a base and a reinforcer. So that's going to go on there like that. Remember what I said about a tab always going to a straight edge. So we've then got the back, the top, the base and the reinforcer. All right, so that's going to then fold in on itself and create the box that all the drawers fit into. So let's glue the tab down first. I wrote myself a little note that said glue, so I knew where to put the glue. I worked it all out. I actually really enjoyed it. I do like things like this, that little bit of that construction, that engineering, working out how it works. I do quite like that bit. So I'm going to glue that onto there. And then all of this is going to fold into there, and then these two are going to go over like that because you need the box to be open for the drawers to stick into. Okay, so let's take our tape off here. This is going to be the top. So you're going to tuck the one with the glue in underneath, the one without the glue on top, which is logical and common sense, otherwise it won't stick together. Okay, and then we're going to do these two, which will be the base. So then that's going to go underneath and that's going to go on top. Like that, and then these are going to go inside and create that. Okay, so then what you do is you take your shelf and you put one in that way so that the drawer pulls out to the side, and then the next one that goes on top goes that way, the opposite way. Okay, and then your third one goes to the right and your fourth one goes the opposite way. And those reinforcers are just going to glue down inside there, so that makes it sturdy. So then what you have, in fact I'm going to glue them down so that you can then see. You've already got double card here and here because you've folded them in on themselves. And what these reinforcers do are just strengthen the other two sides so they're all as strong as each other. Okay, and just get your nail in there or your poker tool or whatever and just push those edges down, because you want the edges to be really flat so that your drawers and shelves sit perfectly. So take the time to push them in. Push that in like that. And then your shelves are going to go into there like that. So you will glue, now you could do it so that you took these out and you put two facing with the drawer coming out this way, and then you glue your next one with the drawer facing out there, and then your third one with the drawer facing out to the right, and your fourth one like that, and glue them all together and then slot them into there like that. Okay, that would work as well. That way needs to go. Okay, so you've got those coming out this side and then those coming out that side. So let me show you that again. You've got the top, the box frame back, the box frame side, and you're going to have drawers coming out on this side and that side. Okay, so make sure that your box is the right way up, because I haven't got it the right way up before, had I? I've got it like that. It needs to be top, back, side, and then your drawers. Okay, and then your easel card is super simple. You literally take your strip, fold mounting folds on both score lines, put your glue onto this part like so, and then glue your square on top of there. And then the trick with an easel card is to make sure that everything is really, really well scored and burnished so that it stands up. And the same with this one here. Now, that's what it looks like on there, like that. So your easel card just stands to the side there. However, what you can also do is tuck that back, and then it looks like a little dresser. So if you wanted to, you could glue that piece completely flat and it would stand like that. And you could actually get a little piece of acetate and use the Cadence mirror spray, and that would look like a proper little chest of drawers there with a mirror on top, which would be quite cute. But it's just a nice thing. Again, you can make, obviously resize everything, so you could make a really big set if you wanted to, but yeah, just really sturdy actually. Listen, like really sturdy. You would never believe that that was just cardstock, would you? Right, so that's box number 5. We're now going to go on to box number 6.